I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling, I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going live. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago.
Alright guys, we're back again for another Sunday morning glorious video, January 18th, 2026. Kind of cold this morning and we're expected to get some rain a little bit later, so I figured I'd try to sneak a video in here. And I'm riding around, as we can see, right in the village of Edenfield. Or is it Edenfield? I hear it both ways. But we're coming down on Lenhart Drive. We've got these brand new verandas over here. Brand new verandas. I guess we could take another quick ride through. This neighborhood still got another layer of asphalt to go, which would be great because when they leave here, man, you got brand new black top. It just makes everything look so brand new, spick and span. Right? I love it when they do that. Unfortunately, I wish they could do that even in the designer home areas in the main streets, but they don't. It's just usually in these, you know, little subdivisions. Anyway, let's take a ride around. We're gonna look right quick. I know I came in here last week and there was some people working in here, but it looks kind of empty right now. But do me a favor, guys. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. More importantly, click that like button. Gets my videos out to more people to see what's going on here in the Villages, Florida. As my channel is retiring to the Villages, Florida. That's the premise. And I realize that there are other YouTube channels who are copying what I do. You know, riding around looking at houses, new construction. I've been doing this for about 7 years or so. And I realize there's only so much you can do, right? But there are other channels who mimic what I'm doing. And I believe that what I do may not have been the first in the past, but this gives you an eye level. Oh, I just ran over a manhole. Our man cover. Gives everybody a bird's eye view of what's happening. Gives everybody an idea what the houses look like from the ground, and not just looking at it from 400 feet in the air. Although that's a cool view too. Gives you a broader perspective of what the neighborhoods look like on an aerial view. But I like looking at it from the ground level. Like you're standing here from the street looking at what your house would look like in real time. This is why I do what I do. I've had people buy a house because they saw the house in a video and they were kind of unaware of it. People have messaged me saying, "Thanks, Frank. We bought this house over here in this area after we saw it in a video on one of your videos, and we called them and got it." I love hearing those stories. It says it's like 59, 60 degrees, but man, it feels a lot colder than that. I should have put some pants on. Woo! See, guys, I do this all for y'all. Here's Ronald Drive and Shackleford Trail, looking at all the brand new cottage homes area, but we've been in there 100 times. Here on Warren Way are brand new patios. Patio villas. Coming up and to a neighborhood near you. Now, I'm reluctant to say something, but I heard it from a birdie. Well, how does that song go? I heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend who heard it from another. You've been messing around. Well, just heard a rumor that sometime in the future, it's a speculation, I don't know, something about patio villas being built with precast walls. I don't know. Rumors, right? It's just something I've heard. Anyway, here we are in this patio villa neighborhood. Goes all the way across the other side. Then you got them on this side of the road. I may not spend a whole lot of time in here. We've been through here a couple times already. But apparently there just isn't much going on today for whatever reason, because there's nobody, really virtually nobody in here. A lot of times I come in here on a Sunday morning, there's always some subcontractors in here. We've got Haven, Retreat Nests. These brand new Havens, some of these patio villas, they're starting out at around $230,000. Maybe in the 220s. I guess it just depends on where it is, a view. If it's got a view, that affects the price. Every neighborhood I go into, you got those guys in there cleaning out the septic tanks. I mean, every one I've been in. What a job, right? Got a brand new tire on my golf cart, so I'm kind of being cautious here. I don't want to mess it up. I got another contractor that just rolled in. I'm going to come down on the side that's pretty much done, a little cleaner, and head out of here. So if you're in the market for a patio villa, they're really cute. I do like them. Susan and I, we have a patio villa as well. They are really cottagey looking. They're really cute. And the neighborhoods are really cute. They could be cozy and quaint, provided that people keep them clean. When you first get into a brand new neighborhood, it all looks really great. But what happens to them are people get in there and then they mess them all up sometimes. What I've seen in the past, and I'm not going to mention neighborhoods, but I have seen some that stay looking really cute, really nice, manicured lawns and bushes and nice landscaping and all that. Then you go into another one that it just looks messy, super cluttered up, and you're like, what are you people thinking? We're coming down to Edenfield Run. Here's all of those Courtyard and Garden Villa shared neighborhood. Let's go ahead and ride through. It's been a couple of weeks, and we'll see how these garden villas are coming out. I think some of the models of garden villas are like botanicals. You'll get to see what they kind of look like together, with the courtyard and garden villa together. Some of you guys, I know you're all in the market and love a courtyard villa. They're beautiful. I like them. If you don't mind having garages sticking out like the way they do, then you're good to go. At least in the neighborhood, they all kind of look alike. They have beautiful colors, 3 lanterns. Look at that. That's one thing that's cool about a courtyard. You got 3 lanterns, but no more lampposts. I didn't notice this before. It's funny how I didn't notice it. No front lanterns, the lamppost. But if you turn your lights on, you've got 3 lighted fixtures. I still wish that they'd stick the lamppost back in it. Those lights at night, when everybody keeps the light bulbs changed out and burning like they're supposed to, it just adds character. It just adds something prettier at night. It really does. If it was me, I'd have them put it in. But anyway, I'm gonna get off that soapbox, and here we are. There's one that's lit up. So the courtyards, they're beautiful, gray, white, very colorful, a wide variety of colors in here. Kind of a greenish, creamy white kind of color here. Super, I mean, they're really pretty. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, and it's very, very overcast today. You know, like I said, we got rain on the way, supposedly. Now here's the garden villa. Look at this. Garden villa. It looks just like a courtyard almost. Only this house, well, I wanted to zoom it in, but it doesn't. Anyway, if you look off in the distance right there, you got that big old bird cage, and there's a small little wading swimming pool. You're not going to really swim. That's just for wading in the water, taking a dip, sitting in on your floater, right? That kind of thing. So this house has got 1, 2, 3, 4 lanterns on the house, plus 2 more at the gateway. That to me, guys, is flipping awesome. And that one wouldn't need a lamppost really, although it would add flavor. But it's got a lot of light, so it's gonna, if the people are turning it on, it's gonna look beautiful at night. It really does. Iron gating. See how they just look so much like courtyard villas? So it makes sense to put them together. Why not? It's the same look. There's a botanical, and on the side of it, no pool or anything. Now, I don't know if they could put one in the back. I'm not sure if there's room. But anyway, here it is, gated. This house, it's got 2 lighted lanterns up here. And it'd be on each side of the door with a 2-car garage. Now, just for reference, I'm going to flip to the other corner here. This one here, garden villa with a 2-car garage, lighted lanterns, and a separate golf cart garage that has its own driveway. How cool is that? I mean, come on, man. You pull right on in with your golf cart, with some plants. Yeah, buddy. Bird cage. Now, is these bought, is the villages adding the bird cage? Because see, the first time they did garden villas, they were not adding the bird cages like you see right here. It was, then the landscaping was done a little different. But basically the same house. Now, I have seen the inside of them before, and the kitchen, to me, I don't like them. I don't like the kitchen setup. That's me. Somebody might buy it and just absolutely love it. Look at this Nature Calls guy right here. I think he's following me in every neighborhood I go into. Cream color. Actually, they did several like that. That's unusual. If you're looking for a garden villa, now are these bought pending? I have no idea. It doesn't say anything on the house. You have to if you see it in the video and you want to call the village's sales rep, get a hold of their personnel and get with the sales rep and let them tell you what's for sale in here, what isn't. Look at how it's lit up. Light on each side of a 2-car garage. The golf cart garage got its own path. 2 lanterns on that. That makes it 4. 2 lights on each way of the gate. Gate post. 6 lights right there. Awesome. Now each one of those lights has those little teardrop lights in each one. That's cool. It really is. It really looks nice. So if you're standing here and looking at it, you'd really see how it looks. And then the side of the house with the bird cage. I'm telling you, before, in the first, if you look back on my other videos in the village of Well Point where they started doing this, they weren't adding cages to it, but now they are. Which is nice because you can come out here and not get eat up with bugs. Nice corner lot. I can see that being a coveted place right in here. Plenty of outdoor lounging around, man. That's gonna be nice. I'm gonna come down over here. You're looking at that house. You got it in your mind's eye, right? Boom, right here to what? A courtyard. So you can see how aesthetically they resemble each other. We're gonna flip and come down on the other side of these garden villas right here. Now look at this one. This garden villa right here on the corner lot does not have a cage. It's got a swimming pool. Does not have a bird cage, but it does have a cool little swimming pool. Wading pool is what I call it anyway. All the way out. I don't know if you can see that off in the distance. However, I'm thinking either they're going to add it or maybe make the people who buy it add their own. Not sure. It seems to me that they would have done. If you're going to do that, you're going to have to add a cage to it. But anyway, you got here once again lighted lampposts. Now see those fixtures right there. They just screwed in white light bulbs, those LED light bulbs in them. That looks awful. That to me looks tacky. I don't, those just look awful. I don't know why you would do that. You take those out and you put in the clear LED lighted like they would normally do. That will look a lot better. You get better light and it looks better with the clear bulb than those white LED lights. It's like they didn't have them, so they just screwed in whatever they had in the truck. Driveway to the golf cart garage. Here's the front 2-car garage. It's a pretty house though. Yeah, I'd be taking those light bulbs out. Those would be just a no-go, man. But that's just little minuscule details. People can put in something better. Some people put in those bulbs that do the fire flames. I'm not sure why, but they do it. So that house is really nice. 2-car garages. You can see the iron gates, separate golf cart driveways. I think it's cool. Some people don't like it, but I do. That botanical right there, small side view right there. Yeah, that's something to think about too. In these inner houses, you've got the side of the house, but you got a tiny little strip. So you're going to be sitting out there looking at the side of somebody's house. I'm not so sure how I feel about that. The side of that house, look at it, it's already screened in. I don't know. Everything seems so random. We're back to this one. Another thing that I like too is the iron gates. It really makes it look classy. Just it gives it a more of an upscale look. But once again, people, this is just one man's opinion. That's all, nothing more. Just an opinion. Where you got the courtyards right here, and you got that PVC type of fencing, the privacy fences. Okay. I say they don't look as good. But if you got pets, you don't want your pet being able to get up from underneath the fence or something. Like, you can probably climb up under here. I don't know. Can they squeeze out of the bottom of those iron rotted fences? But these have a different kind of thing. In my opinion, I wish they would have put the iron fencing in there too. I think that would have been interesting. I don't know. But here's your courtyard. So we're gonna look at these on the way out. I like the wider ones like that. Those are neat. All really nice. I'm just not as much of a fan as the ones where you only got the one window and the door sits to the left. Where here you got a little bit more of like a porch style. And you can see the front door. As to this one, like these. You don't get as much. But all the colors are beautiful. So if you happen to be in the area and you're riding around and looking at these, you'll see just how nice they really look. Here's the garden villa right there.